This next video, I'm doing a lot of talking based mental IQ type of videos this week. Um, Understand this at the end of the day. It is cool, and this is for everyone watching my videos, learning new stuff. The stuff that you learn on my videos are not for you to necessarily be flashy or look better than your opponent. At the end of the day, you take what works for you, add it to your game to become most effective. You have effective players and you have skilled players. At the end of the day, the effective player will win. Now, there are pros and cons with being highly knowledgeable and highly skilled, and there are pros and cons with being highly effective. The pros about being highly effective and making a style that's highly effective is that on average you're going to beat a lot of players naturally. Okay, naturally within your flow style. If you have an effective style, that means you're going to beat a lot of people on average. But what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that if you don't have any game knowledge, any skill, or anything like that, you could run into a style, one specific style or type of player can end up being a hard counter because you're unable to make adjustments. Okay? Now, when we speak about adjustments, let's talk about the pros of being a skilled player. The pros of being a skilled player is that you will most likely be able to make active reads within a game as well as set up baits and adjust a lot better than someone who is quote unquote effective, or what I like to say, someone with a winning mindset. Okay? Someone who is effective, not someone who is skilled, okay, might be able to make the check hook read. Okay? Someone who's skilled might be able to mix up the timing to find the shots as a read. Okay? Now, the issue with being skilled and not being effective is that your base style at times could most likely be broken down easier than somebody who has an effective base style. I've seen a lot of times that very skilled players tend to go on bad runs, lose a lot, just because of the fact that their base style is just not effective. You could have a highly skilled kickboxer running around. He's throwing the kicks, all this. He's going, boom. He's setting up the body kicks, boom. Okay, mixing up the teep kicks up top, and they will lose to a highly effective pocket boxer, block breaker. Yet the kickboxer here knows everything about the game, perfect setups, mixes in a little bit of wrestling, no submission, all that. But they lose when somebody is more effective in the pocket. Why? Because when you throw these kicks in the grand scheme compared to a lead hook and to a rear hook is not as effective. Okay? A lot of times these effective players mirror the meta or something that hard counters the meta. Okay? So why do I bring this to you? Effectiveness versus skill. It's because in order to become the best player you can be, you must find the in between spot. Don't get so focused on technique, tech, simulation fighting that you get beat by the average Div 20 with two block breaking combos. the end of the day, it is a video game, and if you want to play at a high comp level, okay, you have to have an effective base style. What is the base style? That's what it looks like when you're just flowing, when you're in flow state. What are your combo selection, right? Do you roll with shots? Okay, are you slipping? Okay, what are your setups? Okay, all that. That is your base style, right? Okay, that is your base style. And it must be very, very, in my opinion, effective. Now, when does the skill come in place in the game knowledge? The game knowledge and the skill comes in place in making minor tweaks and adjustments, high level adjustments above your opponent's knowledge. Okay, I always stress that when you're making baits and reads, if you notice something that is outside of your opponent's knowledge or something that they don't understand, take advantage of it as much as possible until they adjust. For example, somebody likes to check hook on slip hooks. I'll bait them with that shot at the right moment. Sometimes I'll wait to the end of the game for a free rock or knockdown to secure a round, but I see it's there. Okay? So, in order to be the ultimate player, to be someone revered, somebody understood, you must be effective at your core, at your base, and highly skilled and knowledgeable so you can adjust. Your skills and knowledge affect your adjustments. Your effectiveness is what helps you win, okay? Because in a 50-50 fight where you are both even, okay, both are very effective. The person the person who wins, it's kind of like a scale. Okay, at the base style, if somebody is 5 times more effective, okay, than another person, there's only so much skill that can make up for that. However, if you're even in effectiveness, right, but you show levels in skill, that is when, okay, you see the difference. Okay, or if there's a slight difference in skill and effectiveness, but a great difference in skill. So, what I want you all to do, okay, if you're trying to get better, trying to win more, look at your base style. Okay, what is your core objective when you go into a match? Are you a decision fighter? Are you a block breaker? Do you like to slow cook your opponent, slow cook the block? What is your effective base style? And then, what are some reads and some active reads and adjustments that you need to work on? Okay, that's what you need to think about. Okay, so that is all for the video. Um, Thank you for watching. If you have any questions on this or things that might mess you up naturally, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll answer it for you. Have a great day.